Okay, this is my fourth, I think, in the last month, restart of XCOM campaign. I've just been really naive on the previous few, because I just hadn't played it for so many years, and I forgot how, excuse me, tough it is. Oh, it smells delicious. So I got kind of annoyed with the original, well, not the original, but sort of the XCOM enemy within thing. There was just too many things that I remember were fixed by mods. Then I put on the full-on Long War mod, and I added a whole bunch of other mods, like 20 other mods, you know, all the everything, the aesthetics and the sound and the blah blah blah, and all the other UI things, and it just did a fucking my stupid little Linux. I'm playing on a tiny little Linux laptop. Just couldn't handle it, and it was just crashing all the time. So then I went back again, uninstalled it all, reinstalled it all, and just went to let's just call it some vanilla Long War. That was working quite well for a while, but it's too long. If you know what I mean. Like, I think we're 17 missions in and we're still using bullets. Like, I can't remember how long my original games used to go for, but it was really well balanced. So when you're playing it, I don't know, every 3 or 4 missions, there would be a significant upgrade for something, but we were 15 missions in, and we were still using pistols, sniper rifles with just bullets, coming up against mutons and stuff like that, and it was just like, okay, I don't mind playing a really long campaign, but I want a bit more stuff anyway. So the point of this being is that I've waffled on enough. I want to see if there's options. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing some options in the settings. I'm just gonna go normal, to be honest. So look, I'm being a complete fucking pussy. All right, whatever. Because we had some like devastating squad wipes on the previous one, and it totally reminded me of some damn Captain Picard quote from the early 90s, of like, you can make no mistakes but still fail. Yeah, and I was getting that. So anyway, this is zero, mission 0, basically. I'm just setting it up because if I have to, I want to go back and remember what the fuck I did to set this up. So we're just going to go through the stats. So basically, the some of the stuff that I want to figure out from the outset is that I want faster advancement of technology, but not too fast. So one of the initial problems I always had with the Enemy Within DLC was that the first few missions are great, fantastic. Then there's a little bit of advancement. You discover a few new things. There's new aliens and whatnot. But then what happens is, I don't know, you get about 7 or 8 missions in, and suddenly there's just a whole waterfall of like 15 different things that are unlocked, and it's overwhelming. And I sort of thought Long War might fix that, but it doesn't really. Like, it just draws it out. Like, I wanted it to be drawn out, but not. Yeah, like I was on the 17th mission, I still haven't unlocked a fucking laser. Like, come on. So yeah, I kind of want Enemy Within back, and I want to get into the mechs after 10 to 15 rounds, you know, that because the max is when things get really, really interesting, and you start coming up against the. Anyway, I just want to balance somewhere between enemy within and long war that isn't ridiculous. So, damage roulette. Weapons much wider range of damage. You know, I was getting really frustrated. Like, I'm not sure if you. Oh man, I should just make. Actually, I've got my phone next to me. Whenever I have one of these brutal moments, I'm going to take a note of it to go back and what timestamp it was, because there were some utterly brutal ones in the last campaign. Like, there was it was 99% to hit, 100% to crit. It was like 3 tiles away, fucking missed, and that was a squad wipe. I think I played another couple rounds after that simply because, but I was just like so distraught I could not, and I was just like, fuck this, I'm done. Anyway, new economy, the K, the L, the F, analogy. Yeah, I don't even remember what the previous ones were, so it doesn't matter. Strict screening, rookie stats fixed at the average. No, I don't know what that means anymore. Hidden potential, soldiers level up stats are randomized. Yeah, give me more random, that's fine. Training roulette, training tree partially random, yeah, that's cool. Save scum, yep, good. Red fog, yep, I do. So, I mean, I know this affects me, but it affects them too, I believe. Yeah, so if you're, you know, if someone's wounded, this is obviously one of the problems that we've always been seeing throughout video games and you know, movies, like in the 80s, where someone, you know, they've been riddled with bullets, but they've still got, you know, they're still perfectly able to do stuff. And it's like, look, if I twist my ankle, I can't go out of the house for 5 days, man. Absolutely critical. Flanking shots, yes. Flanking shots should be critical. You can stick it up their anus from there. Liberators, what is this? You must free your countries from alien control before launching the final mission. You know, I actually don't care. I'm going to leave that off because I don't know what that means really. Because typically I've always left the. Yeah, actually, there's been. I don't think I've done the Gollop chamber since probably 2015 would have been the last time I did it. So fucking 8 years, man. Right. So I'm going to leave it. Let it be dealer's choice. Turntable version. What? Oh, sorry. Turntable. Tunable version of. Is it tuna? It's not a tuna. Long War with new alien strategic AI. Scaled number of missions and adjusted economy defaults 50%. 50% of Long War. Oh, okay, hang on. What? Default is 50% of. Fuck. This is something that I have to research because it's like this is possibly going to take up somewhere between 40 and 80 hours of my next couple of months. If I click that button, I've got no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Alright. Hang on, I'm gonna briefly look this up. I'm on the drug that kills everything. New alien strategic AI. I mean, that's so vague, man. It's like nebulous as fuck. Scaled number of alien missions and adjusted economy. See, I don't. What does that mean as well? 50% number of missions. Standard Long War would. Things that scale with dynamic war. Alien missions, resources gathered. Oh gosh. Nah, this looks like it's gonna fuck too much stuff up. No. Alright, results driven. Country will offer less funding as its panic increases. No. Cinematic mode. XCOM units are significantly more accurate in tactical combat. I mean, I don't want to cheese it, but whatever. Cost of satellites increases. No, I do not want that. Fucking satellites were the dearth. So the air war is the least interesting part of the entire game for me, and that's the most frustrating bit. Like, having to constantly deal with power, satellites, and air traffic. I fucking hate it. Right, stuff where even if the... You know what, I don't care for that anymore. Like, I dealt with a lot of that in the last one. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, your random fucking tricorder is not available for the next mission because someone's like wiped it on their ass. Like, no. No, I don't like that. War weariness. Overall funding levels drop inexorably with every month that passes. No. Bronzeman. Restart of tactical missions. Nah, fuck that. Total loss. Sometimes lose gear from soldiers who die in whatever. Doesn't sound fun. Commander's choice. May select the class for each soldier upon promotion to specialist. Yes. I do like that because sometimes you just got like 15 snipers in a row and it's like, oh, come on. Aiming angles. I think this is one of the best ones too. Yes. Yeah, that has... I don't know why that's not normal. Mind hates matter. Genetically, I can't be bothered with that stuff. Hidden trees. I don't... Some of the tree stuff I don't care to modify because it's like I said, it's been like 8 years since I really had a full on all the way through to the end mission. Durability. Items never need to be repaired. Yeah, let's leave it at that. Because I don't like... I spend... If you saw some of my previous ones, it's like, okay, the mission itself might go for, 30 to 40 minutes. But the overall stream goes for an hour to an hour and a half, and most of that is just administration. And there's some of that which I'd like to defer to my AI. Exalt isn't active. I'm not going to touch that one. I can't remember much about the Exalt stuff, just that they were really wasted. Actually, I'm going to look that up right now because I actually wrote a whole thing about this back when it came out. This could be super boring, super cringe. Here we go. Yep. So, 30th of January 2014. So we're talking nearly a decade ago, right? Exalt. What a missed opportunity. Spoilers. Hashtag. So it might be a spoiler for me because I've forgotten how the fuck this works. How did the Exalt story arc not end in, or at least include some kind of menage a trois battle? I enjoyed what they put in, but once you've dusted the Exalt storyline a couple times, the first time... So I played this through a couple times before I wrote this. I knew what I was talking about, kind of. The first time thinking, this can't be it. You realise it was just a tacked-on module that has nothing really to do with the main game. Some more intrigue, perhaps some missions where an Exalt or two showed up in a standard alien mission, or maybe something like the original Syndicate. Remember Syndicate from the 1990s? Fucking one of my favourite games ever. Where you use a Psi or a Persuadertron to make that guy yours. So basically, it was a real-time strategy one. Like, you typically went out there with a team of 4 to just obliterate anything that was going on in the city. It came out about the same time as the original XCOM, and it was just fucking great thing. Anyway, the point of one of your soldiers, I think, could have the psi abilities, or you could have a Persuadertron, which is kind of like this little handheld tricorder device thing, where you could just recruit people around you by walking near them and just take over their mind, and they become your your minions. It was fucking great. Anyway. Then send him in as a covert. Oh, that's right. And then you could you get the strong ones from the group and sort of train them up as your own, and then you could send them in as a covert agent back against their own team. And then, all right. So, or a scenario where Exalt and XCOM reluctantly team up against an en masse assault by the aliens. That is not good for either organization's overall strategy. So yeah, and that was the other thing I was hoping, was that we wouldn't be what would be the word? It's not asynchronous. It's sort of like just like the aliens don't fight against the Exalt. We don't. Yeah, it's sort of like it would have been an interesting triangle that they were pushing there, but I just think they missed one little angle there of being able to be alright. So think of it like a game of Ludo or something like that, or the Chinese checkers, where you can team up against someone else, or a game of even poker. Team up with someone else to take the pot amongst yourselves, and then fight it out to the death, and winner takes all. But in the end, it was just like, it's us versus Exalt or us versus XCOM. There was never that third trajectory, and yeah, I felt really. I was like, oh, God damn it! It's like, not that it was bad. It was just like such a missed opportunity. That's what pissed me off. Anyway, so where was I saying? Yep, organization's overall strategy, or 3-0 battle to establish a base somewhere. Oh yeah, or and yeah, I just was exploring some of those, because I've been thinking about this for a decade now. I was like, why didn't this happen? I don't think it even happened in XCOM 2. There was some interesting stuff, but I don't think they really delved into that. Anyway, my mind was wandering, so much ideas. In the end, we got 3 to 10 side missions, which don't really do anything for the main story, and kind of base assault thing. That's right, the base assault, which was pretty cool, but it's kind of like whatever. Not bitching, just really digging it, then suddenly over without really being much of a deal. Sort of, yeah. Alright, so that was 9 years ago, man. I still feel the same. Yeah. This guy here is just like, wonder what happened to the first guy you captured in Portent. Like, there was some. I just did a week ago. I did Portent and fucking failed miserably. Anyway, so I wanted the point of that was not so much nostalgia, but is because this decision will affect the next 20 to 50 hours of my gameplay over the next few months. So United Hamunity, yeah, it's all about the ham. Let's get the pigs involved. Exalt is inactive. Yep. All right. So it was clear from my thing there that it just wasn't a it was just a fail. Alright. Threatening skies. Your interceptors are significantly more accurate. Yes, I fucking hate doing the air combat stuff. Like, I'm so bored of it. I just like, can I just push a button and say, you got the UFO, you didn't? No. Start the squad with 2 squad size increases already developed, and use additional troops on some covert ops missions. No, I like starting out with 4 and then increasing to 6. Miracle workers. Repairing items cost no resources. Yes, please. I don't. That's also another thing I don't really like. It's like, you can call it cheesing, but what the fuck ever, man. I just like the base management I'm fine with, like all that sort of gear, but just scrimping, like walking around street corners going, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. It's like, come on. Many missions have fewer aliens overall. No, because that was the other thing. It was kind of weird. The out of the last campaign that we were doing, I was prepared for at least twice as many aliens as we got. I'm not sure whether, maybe I checked that box last time. I'm not sure. I don't think I would have. But so many of our missions, like, we started out with 6. Actually, this could play into it. So what we were just talking about here, we are Legion, start with 2 squad size increases, which means you'll take 6 units from the start, and that's what we were doing. But we were typically only working against 6 to 9 aliens at a time as well. And each time we got there, finished off the last one, was like, oh, right, I thought there was another pod or 2 coming through, and we were just like ready for it. It was like, all right, back to base. But we were glad to get back there, but it was just a bit of a perfect information. Yeah, you barely see it, but it's there. Recon. Yeah, I know that's another cheese factor, but fuck it, I don't care. Like, we hardly ever focus on getting the meld and bomb stuff. And green fog, what was that? XCOM soldier aim will degrade after each turn during combat. No, that's a dumb idea. No, who came up with that? All right, so that's the that's the stuff I'm going with. Right, normal, that's second wave. Advanced options, you don't need to do the tutorial. We'll do progeny and slingshot, that's fine. I'll leave on Iron Man, yeah. I just, it's more because I'm too lazy, because I hate loading, reloading, saving, blah blah blah. No, I like Valen just talking at me, so she's so sexy. No, we watched all the... Oh, gosh. This is the one thing I forgot. There's so many options now. One of the things that bugged me last time was how long it takes to research, right? So that's my priority. It is like everything takes 23 days to research. So you do like 5 missions in that time. And it's like, we've done a sector autopsy. We've just fucking brought back 17 of the fuckers. Like, Jesus Christ, man. You need 17 days to do that. Like, fuck. So, I'm going to prioritize science. Also, no. Yeah, so last time what I did, I remember I prioritized power, as in like actual power of the ant farm, simply because that's one thing that I hate. Moderating is like, oh, you got to build another power facility, here's another steam, you got to put a fusion generator in, and blah blah blah. And what had occurred to me after that was like, okay, it was good to take all that responsibility away from you know, my synapses having to fire on all that stuff every month or so, but it's not something you have to do very often. So you do have to budget it, but it's not a huge drain. So starts with the laboratory and air superiority. 4 corporals. No, that's. I want to start with just rookies and build them up, and because I do really establish a. Yeah. Fuck. Alright, so workshop repair bay, no. 100% bonus cash from Alien Corp, no. Reduction in gen mod, no. Fatigue from nope. So where are we? Is that? Oh, yeah, it's Egypt. Alright, so Egypt has got laboratories and stuff cost 30% less, which is good, but it's not much. I just want quicker research. Isn't it that there's one country, I remember they, I think maybe Russia or something, they were, yeah, that'd be where Dr. Varlin's from, is it Belarus? I don't know. Where alien autopsies are instant. So, because in the first few months, like when you first start bringing aliens back and whatnot, if each one takes somewhere between 7 and 29 days, it can take 6 months just to get through the first wave of aliens. But we have vase. I'm pretty sure it's called that. Yeah, if we find we have vase, something like that, where autopsies and interrogations are immediate. That would be cool. Wealth of Nations. See, yeah, it's always good to get more money, but it's difficult to have a real tangible feel on whether that's actually doing anything for you. Facility construction time. Nope. Neo Panzers. Okay, that sounds. No. Jaija 1. 2 additional. No. New Over Sound Foundry. No. What do you got for me? How? 3 additional steam vents. See that I think I went for that last time, simply because I managed to get yeah, whatever. Nope. Master Sergeant. Nope. Nope. Wow, Japan, you got a lot to offer. Wealthy benefactor, 500 more cash. I mean that's basically 5, or actually probably about more like 8 missions. So that's not insignificant, right? The Mexicans, like some of the XCOM cartel, if they're willing to give you that, like, you can really start out with a bit more stuff. So alright, that's my number 1, just simply because we can begin with a few more things. Alright, illuminated gun sight, small item, I don't know what that is. 20% bonus to psionic. We haven't even touched psionic and stuff yet. That's the other thing, is about the last 2 campaigns that I just abandoned after like 17 or 20 rounds. I was like, yeah, I never even got to the fucking psi stuff. I was like, imagine coming in as a new player and going, no. Alright, +1 mobility, that's pretty cool. Because I always get annoyed when I just can't quite make the thing. Alright, 50% reduction, nope. Alright, so Nigeria gives us Architects of the Future, which is laboratories and workshops, less 30% less to build. Yeah, whatever. I just want stuff to go faster. Well, I want research to go faster. But not happen all at fucking once. Advanced avionics. No, I don't care. Additional satellite uplink. See, that's good because it's difficult. But no, so it wasn't Russia. Where's the we have ways? Excuse me. No, I still do want to get through the pain of researching stuff. Do we not? There's no we have ways. Did I just miss it? Penetrator weapons. Oh God. I mean, it comes up like it seems like there's a ton of great different options that have been well thought through, but for the most part, we have ways. There we go. Yes. 75%. That's. I'll buy it. Had to go all the way through all that to find it. And air superiority. All right, cool. I'm sold. USA.
Get ready to deploy. Our AO is within the continental United States. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
Alright, I'm going to stop this one here, and I'm going to come back and do the mission on a separate stream. Back in a while. If nobody's watching.